Morning people, it is such a good feeling when we finally get some good journalism because Nick Robinson did an awesome job today, mercilessly grilling Tory MP John Glen over the government trying to take credit for the fall in inflation.
It's interesting you talk about it being a priority. The Prime Minister sometimes refers to his plan, but inflation hasn't come down as a result of government action. It's come down because world oil prices have come down. It's come down because global food prices are rising less fast. Can you name one aspect of the plan that has contributed to inflation coming down today?
Well, I certainly think if I was deciding as Chief Secretary with the Chancellor and Prime Minister to borrow a lot more money or to spend a lot more money, it would have an effect
But that's
on
things
inflation.
you haven't done. Can you identify a single thing that you as government have done that have contributed to today's fall in inflation?
Nick, I can tell you, to hold to the budgets that we set out at the spending review in an inflationary environment when there are massive calls to spend money all the time is an active choice.
The logic is that if the government spends more money, then there's more money in the economy. And if there's more money in the economy, then there's more demand. If there's more demand chasing fewer supply, the price of that supply goes up. But the IMF has already said that the biggest cause of inflation in Europe is corporate profits, and the UK is one of the most financially unequal countries in Europe. It also mentions taxes as one of the things that limits inflation. So you could tax corporations and wealth more and use that money to help the poorest people in society without worsening inflation. So your argument of, but we're still doing austerity, isn't the winning blow you think it is.
Those are choices that I have made and the government has made to ensure that we keep this inflation target on track.
It's a choice, but forgive me pushing on this, but it's nothing to do with the rate of inflation, is it, at the moment? Inflation has not fallen this month because of anything you can identify that Rishi Sunak or you at the Treasury, along with the Chancellor, have done, has it?
Well, I think active management of public finances is a core function of the Treasury under this Prime Minister.
Okay.
He had absolutely nothing because the reality is that this government has done absolutely nothing to improve inflation. They've only made it worse via things like Liz Truss's mini budget, which crashed the value of the pound to the lowest level for 37 years. There's Brexit, which has increased food prices by over 6%, and the only reason it hasn't done that a lot more is because they're refusing to get Brexit done. They delayed the start of Brexit checks at the border for the 5th time because they know that will increase food prices by up to 71%, according to Jacob Rees-Mogg. That's why when they're asked to back up their attempts to take credit for the fall in inflation, they sound like a kid who doesn't have their homework. I'm Femi. Have a great week.